silver because they're maintained by the state of New Hampshire. Right about here, we cross into Vermont. Oh, might be something in Bradford here. Let's see. Farmway. Not really a farmway, is it? They sell all kinds of things. For man and beast. It says. What is it? Ooh. There it is. I don't know what it is. Something maybe this guy's a mechanic. I don't know what it is. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, he lost his shop. That's too bad. He lost his shop. Pull in, take a look. All gone. Alright. Gotta go up this hill up here, so I locked the hubs. You can't see, but I just did. I'm gonna put her in 4-wheel drive. There it comes. Off, on. Oh yeah. So this is not an all-wheel drive rig. It's sometimes 4-wheel drive rig, but you gotta go up a steep little hill. You'll see it too coming up. You'll see why we need it. You can walk right up this hill. See a little better. I'm in 3rd gear and we're accelerating and climbing. At night it's about 9 o'clock and they don't come and do the roads too much at night. Yeah, downshift. There, she'll walk right up. Takes all the drama out, guys. 4-wheel drive. Just need it some of the time, but when you need it, it's good to have. There's a guy years ago, not naming names, but he went right off the embankment, smashed his car, flipped it over. I forget what. I've seen a car flipped, or the front end smashed on it. I've seen a car with the rear end in the air and the front end in a ditch on this road. This road's called Eagle Hollow, and it's a dirt road mostly now. First third coming from the way I did is asphalt, but this is all dirt now. It used to be asphalt when I moved here. Now we're going down the hill. Everybody watching out in the YouTube land. Hope Jimmy the Hobo's doing well. Been watching his stuff. It's kind of getting a little dicey for him with his car being kind of like he owes a lot of money. It's in a airport parking lot and he's running low So everyone, I suggest go over to his YouTube site and make a donation on PayPal or whatever, through Google Pay or whatever. He needs it probably. He wants to get back to Canada to be with his girlfriend, Helika? That's it. I'm coming back from New Hampshire, and coming into a snowstorm a little bit right now. I have four-wheel drive, but most of the time in this 86 it's two-wheel drive. I have pretty good tires on it. So as for the videos, the vlogs kind of slowed down a little, but still trying to get them out on a somewhat regular basis for y'all. Want to be part of doing that. Not really going to be competing with Scotty Kilmer, you know, but have a lot of old cars to work on. I have like 10 cars at my house, cars and trucks. I got the F-150 project. Battery's down on that, so I can't even get it started. And I'd like to get it started to get it worked on with the welding, so I don't have to weld out the snowbank. But this is, you know, kind of like deep dark winter now, so you have to take things a little slow. I've got the 89, and that runs kind of good, but I think I need to take the carburetor apart. It just has no power going up hills. So got to do that, and put that windshield in the back of it in. So that's gonna be more of a if I do drive it, we decide to drive it, it's gonna be more in the try to do it in the spring, you know. Right now this eats up cars, and I'm kind of running the sticker out on this because the guy that inspected it got nailed on something, so I don't know when he'll be inspecting cars and trucks again. In my state, it's not very they don't do it fairly, I think. They have different standards, different stations do it different ways. One station told me on the little Corolla that had an oil leak, it's really a transmission leak. I had to fix it, so I put in a new valve cover gasket. Took it someplace else, and they're like, no, ball joints, we don't care about the leak. So everyone looks at it differently, has a different... I'm going to turn on my... There you go, I got those are my fog lights. Kind of cool. New old stock, I got it at auction. I think they're from the early 90s or something. So anyhow, the inspection process here, you know, it's strict, but you know, you have some people, some mechanics don't take a knee. Some mechanics actually do look underneath your car. Some mechanics let certain things slide, and others won't. Probably, I would assume the dealerships wouldn't. So there's things to consider where you go. And when you're driving 35-year-old trucks, 34-year-old cars, you want to kind of go to somebody that'll let a few things slide, because it's real easy to get in a payment. I could afford a payment. My girlfriend could afford a payment. Might do it. But we even tabulated the cheapest payment right now for a new lease for 3 years would be like, with insurance, around $8,000. Like, you can afford an awful nice car for, you know, $5,000 or $6,000. So, and then you get to keep it at the end. With the lease, you have to give it back. So that's something to consider also. Anyhow, okay, there's West Fairleigh. Look at that little store-ette. Skiing's good up here, guys, in Vermont, but long, cold winters. But you know what? I kind of like winter better than summer. Summer, you get the bugs and it's hot. The only thing you can't do in the winter is you can't camp or fish as easily. You can still do both. You just have to be careful with the weather. You're not going to be doing much car camping or crossing over a couple states, especially with COVID. So anyhow, everyone, I wish you a safe and happy evening or day if you're watching it, and stay tuned for more good content from Printh 1121. It's a station, we've been doing this station, this vlog for 10 years. Sometimes it's experimental, and sometimes it's explanatory, or it's like a discovery. We're trying to discover something, and I'll try to keep the interesting comment going. I'm never going to be like Whistling Diesel, guys. But he's good to watch. He's very entertaining. I like watching that. But anyhow, again, thoughts and prayers with Jimmy the Hobo channel. Let's see that he makes it to Canada. All right, you guys have a good night, and I'll be posting more good content very soon. Oh, 86 extended cab four-wheel drive Toyota with the new axle. Not that anymore.